Hello students, welcome to our online classes. Hope you are going through with your studies, and today in the chapter of retirement of a partner we are going to start the adjustment of accumulated profits and reserves. See students, it is not very tough for you because you have already done this topic at the time of admission of a partner. Okay, so today we are going to do the adjustment of first accumulated profits. So if we have the profit, that is P&L, shown in the credit side of our balance sheet at the time of retirement of a partner, so if our balance sheet shows the credit balance of P&L at the time of retirement of a partner, we will do the entry in which P&L has been transferred to all the partners' capital account. So the entry will be P&L account debit to all partners' capital account. So it will be done in the old ratio. Okay, and same as if any reserve has been transferred, any reserve is shown in the balance sheet, that is shown in the balance sheet, this will also transferred as same, that is reserve account debit to all partners capital account. Okay, that has also been transferred in the old ratio. So students, one more thing is there, that if we have the debit balance of the P&L in the balance sheet, then what will we do? We will do just reverse the entry, means all partners capital account debit to profit and loss account. Okay, that has also been done in the old ratio. So these are the profits and these are the reserves that has to be transferred to the partner's capital account, including the retired partner at the time of a retirement of a partner. Okay, so same as reserve, there are so many reserve etc. than general reserve, that is which we can say specific reserves, that is workman compensation reserve, investment fluctuation reserve. So students, if there is no liability regarding these reserves, then these reserves also been transferred to the partner's capital account, and the same entry will be made for this, that is workman compensation reserve account debit to all partners capital account. Okay, if there is any claim, then first we will settle out the claim from this. First we will settle out the claim from this reserve, and after that we will transfer to the partner's capital account if any amount is remaining in the IFR or WCR. The adjustments of both these reserves you have already done at the time of admission of a partner. Okay, so these are the adjustments of reserves and P&L or profit which we will done at the time of retirement of a partner. It means when a partner retires, these adjustments are to be done. So students, now we are taking the question for this adjustment, that A, B, C are partners in 2:3:4 on 31st March 2019. A retires and B and C decided to share profits in the ratio 2:1. Okay, A, B, C are partners. A retires, B and C will have their future ratio as 2:1. So these are the balances appeared in our books, that is P&L debit, employees provident fund 1,50,000, workman compensation reserve 45,000, general reserve 1,20,000. So students, this reserve and P&L, these are the items which belongs to the partners who were the owners of the business. Okay, who were the owners of the firm. But this employees provident fund is the provident fund made for the employees. So our partners have no right on this fund. So we will not do any type of adjustment regarding this fund. So we will do only the entry of P&L, workman compensation and general reserve. So we have some adjustments also. It is agreed that workman compensation reserve is no more required and 25% of general reserve is to be transferred to investment fluctuation reserve. Pass the journal entries for the adjustment of these items on A's retirement. So students, we will pass out the entry for reserve, compensation reserve. After that, we will pass out the entry for general reserve. Okay. So students, first we will transfer the loss. So it will become A's capital account debit, B's capital account debit, C's capital account debit. So all these three capital accounts has been debited and we will credit the profit and loss account because we have the debit balance of P&L, so we are now crediting it. The amount of P&L is 72,000 that has been distributed in the old ratio, and the old ratio was 2:3:4. So it will become 16,000, 24,000 and 32,000. So this is the loss of 72,000 at the time of retirement of A, and that has to be borne by all the partners. Okay. So I am writing here the narration. Loss transferred to partners capital account. Okay, so first entry we have done. Now we will do the entry for workman compensation reserve. So it will become workman compensation reserve account debit, and the amount is rupees 45,000 divided into partners to A's capital account, to B's capital account and to C's capital account. So that has also been transferred in the 2:3:4. Okay, so it will become 10,000, 15,000 and 20,000. Now we will do the adjustment of general reserve. So it will become general reserve account debit to investment fluctuation reserve account. See students, we have an adjustment in this question that 25% of the amount has to be transferred to IFR. So the general reserve has the value of 1,20,000 and 25% of this, that is 30,000, has to be transferred to IFR. So I have transferred 30,000 to the IFR and rest of the amount has been transferred to all the partners capital account. So to A's capital, to B's capital account and to C's capital account. Again the ratio is 2, 3 and 4. Okay. So that will become 20,000, 30,000 and 40,000. Okay. So this was the question in which we have transferred the P&L balance, the reserves balance. Okay. And when we are going to do that question where we have all type of transactions, we need to remember each and every transactions of our reserves and P&L, because these have been done so that we can do the proper question. So students, now we are taking our next example, example number 29, in which A, B, C are partners in 3, 2, 1. C retires from the firm and A and B agrees to share profit equally. Okay, their future profit will be equal. Give journal entries on C's retirement in the following cases. So students, we have 4 cases which is regarding to the workman compensation reserve and investment fluctuation reserve. So let's start the first case. Workman compensation reserve appears in the book at 1 lakh. It means On the liability side of balance sheet, we have WCR of rupees 1 lakh when there is a claim of 40,000 against it. Okay, so for this reserve of 1 lakh, we have a claim of 40,000. So let's make the entry for it. Illustration number 29. So we have the reserve of workman compensation amounting rupees 1 lakh, and from this 1 lakh we need to create the claim, that is workman compensation claim account of rupees 40,000. So students, here the rest of the amount is rupees 60,000 that has to be distributed among the partners. So it will become to A's capital account, to B's capital account, and to C's capital account. Okay, that has to be distributed. It means 1 lakh minus 40,000, 60,000 has been distributed among the partners in their old ratio. Their old ratio is 3, 2 and 1. So the amount will become 30,000, 20,000 and 10,000. Okay, so we have done the case A. Now come to the case B. Workman compensation reserve appears in the books at rupees 2 lakh when there is a claim of 2,75,000 against it. It means we have a reserve of only rupees 2 lakh and we have a claim of rupees 2,75,000 which is more than our reserve. So let's do the entry for this. So this is case B and we will do workman compensation reserve account debit to workman compensation claim account. So the claim that has to be made by us, that is 2,75,000, and we have the only rupees of 2 lakh with our reserve account. It means rest of the 75,000 has been raised our liability, which is adjusted by the revaluation account. ओके, इसका मतलब रिजर्व से अगर हमारा क्लेम पूरा नहीं होता है तो हम वहाँ पे रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट से एडजस्टमेंट कर लेंगे. ओके, नाउ दिस रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट इज द लॉस that has been bear by all the partners. So this will become A's capital account, B's capital account and C's capital account to revaluation account. It means the loss of 75,000 has been borne by all the partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Okay, so the amount that will becomes 37,500, 25,000 and 12,500. Okay, so now come to the case C. So that is investment fluctuation reserve appear in the books at rupees 50,000 when investment market value 1,80,000 appear at 2 lakh. It means students, we have created a reserve for the fluctuation of the amount in the investments and we have a reserve of rupees 50,000, and whenever a partner is retires we will need to calculate the market value of investment that is less than the actual value. इसका मतलब हमारे इन्वेस्टमेंट की जो वैल्यू है मार्केट में वो 1,80,000 है, लेकिन हमने बुक्स में उसकी वैल्यू 2 लाख दिखा रखी है. इसका मतलब जो 20,000 का गैप है that is reducing our asset. Okay, so this reduction we will settle off with our reserve, settle from our reserve. Okay, so the entry will be investment fluctuation reserve account debit of rupees 50,000 and that will be 2 investments, because our investment value has been reduced by 20,000. So student, now rest of the 30,000 has to be distributed among all the partners. So it will become A's capital, to B's capital and to C's capital account. Okay, so rest of the 30,000 has been transferred in 3:2:1, that is 15, 10 and 5. Okay, so we have done the case number C. Now come to the D. So students, we have the point D, investment fluctuation reserve appear in the books rupees 20,000. हमारे पास में रिजर्व है 20,000 का and our market value is 1,20,000 and our book value is 2 lakh. It means the gap is of rupees 80,000 and we have only the rupees of reserve as 20,000. So what will we do now? So it will become investment fluctuation reserve account debit by rupees 20,000 and to investment, the value of our investments has been reduced by 80,000. So rest of the 60,000, the gap has to be adjusted by revaluation account. Means we will adjust it by revaluation account, same as we have done in the case number 2. Okay, so it will become 60,000. Now revaluation account shows a debit balance of 60,000 that is showing a loss to us, and that has to be distributed among the partners in their old profit sharing ratio, because revaluation profit or loss, whatever it shows, it's all bearable by all the partners. 3:2:1. So to revaluation account, so it will become 30,000, 20,000 and 10,000, and 60,000 of the loss has to be borne by all the partners. Okay, so these are the cases which we will have to face when we are doing the question which contain all of the stuffs we have studied. Okay, so student, this was our today's class. Till now we have studied about all the necessary adjustments when a partner retires from the firm, which was similar to the last chapter as admission of a partner. Now in our upcoming classes we will stress upon the topic about the retiring partner. Okay.